Hello, everyone. I'm going to be going over how to create and edit pivot tables in this video. Pivot tables are a very good way to show data in a more organized fashion that makes it more presentable to your audience. It's also very easy to edit information when in those pivot tables, so we can start today. If we just want to click on any of these cells right here, I'm just going to show you how to quick get to the bottom of your data to see how much data you actually have. You click Shift Control at the same time and click the down arrow, which brings you automatically to the bottom. And you can see that we have about 56,000 rows of data, which is far too much for this computer to handle with one pivot table. So I'm just going to make an example of the first 20 or so rows. You can go there. That'll be the first 20, but 19 of the actual data. You click Insert at the top of your ribbon, Pivot Table, and you can select a table or range. As you can see, my range is already selected. It is this dark gray surrounded by this green border. You can also use a different Excel sheet if you would like. And when choosing where to put the pivot table, you can do a new worksheet, which is the one I'm going to do today, but you can also put it in an existing worksheet if I wanted to put it over here on to the right of the data. We're going to stick with new worksheet. So as you can see, it created a new worksheet down here at the bottom. You can just name this pivot table. And when editing the data, as you can see, when I clicked off of this 3x20 square, it looks like there's no data on the right-hand side to mess with. But you have to click on this little interactive table in order for you to get the data to pop up. So I like to make this a little bigger. But as you can see, there's many different things here. There's filters, columns, values, and rows. Filters are going to be what comes up at the top where you can edit, like it says, different filters. I can show you here. Item number. We have the item numbers here and filters. Now that's not a great filter, so we will keep the item number out of it. And you can drag anything you want in these four boxes. And this right here, this section is the, I guess, home, where they're not counted in the pivot table, but they're there. So we want to have vendor name in here for sure. We probably want to have this as a row. So these are the different vendor names. You can see that pop up automatically. And in pivot tables, there's no duplicates. So when you have a row and the vendor name is let's say we go back to the data, we can see that there's going to be there might be some duplicates in this 56,000 of sheets or of data, I'm sorry, but there will not be 56,000 in here because they account for duplicates. And we want to go, let's say, amount. And as you can see right here, this is a pretty simple pivot table. For Bay Cove Human Services, there is an amount of about 8,000. And if we want to change these to numbers, currency, you're more than welcome to do so. And if we want to add more things, we can do item class, and item class can go into a filter. So if up here, here's the item classes. So if we want to look at just educational related, we can go ahead and unclick the other three, and these are going to be educational related items. And if we want to look at education and repairs, you can do that as well. That's what the filters column is going to show you. Or I'm sorry, the filters section. And we can even add a column here to compare the row labels along with the row columns. And here's going to be different breakdowns of different number variations based on if it's Bay Cove and school administration, and just kind of gives a more in-depth look at the data. We can add as many things as we want to this. You can also, if you click on the I in the right-hand corner, we'll just get rid of this just to make it a little easier. This is currently selected as sum of, so it adds up all the numbers that account for this type of data. And you can even do count. So if we want to change that to count, as you can see, all these go to 1 because there's only one type of data for that information right now. You can select max. There's plenty of different things to do. And you guys fiddle around with that. But sum of is definitely the most effective and probably most used in this feature.